I'm making this video, man, because I got a good friend, man, and me and him was having a conversation last night, and he was telling me about how he met this lady via internet, and after a few FaceTimes, you know, this young lady invited him to go cross country, you know, to stay with her, right? Now, mind you, this woman got a 1-year-old child, right? And she allowed a man to come from cross country to go and stay with her while she have a 1-year-old child. So y'all might be saying, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. And let me put this disclaimer out there before I even go any further. Like I always say, this is a channel that's all about speaking about the rule and not the exception. Because we always gonna have somebody who gonna come in the comments and say, well, I met so-and-so online and we got married, or my homegirl met this dude online and they got married and he loved her kid. We not talking about the exception to the rule. We talking about the rule on this channel. Just put that out there as a disclaimer. It's so much wrong with that. It's so much wrong with that. It's so much wrong with that. And I'm about to give y'all a few reasons. And you can sit and really, you can use your own common sense, which I understand these days common sense ain't that common, and know why this is not right. Okay. This dude that you don't know, first of all, I'm going to say this as well. It doesn't even matter where the dude come from. He can be right there from your hometown. You don't need to have this guy around your children and you just met him. Listen, man, they got some real nasty, wicked individuals out here that's possessed by all kind of spirits, and it's not even them. It's the spirit that's working inside them that have them to do these wild things. Now, let's just say, for the sake of argument, like I say, my friend, he's a good dude, very intelligent brother. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, he was an undercover child molester. Let's just say that for example, right? So he go to this chick's house and everything working out for him, and she fall in love with him, but the whole time his mindset on seeing how much extra time he can spend with that 1-year-old, or your 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 15, however old your child is, and then and go for execute, play with her, him or her, putting his fingers in her, or rape him, whatever. And let's just say that happened. He get caught for it, go to jail, do a long time in prison, right? But your child ruined for life because you was lonely, desperate. Because you gotta be lonely and desperate for you to allow some stranger to come around your kid. I don't care if he's from cross country or down the street. If you don't know him that well, and I mean 6 months to a year, got to know this man before he is introduced to your children, you desperate and lonely. I'm sorry to break the news to you, sweetheart. So you didn't allow this situation to happen, right? And now your child messed up for life. Or let's say this here. Let's use this example. Let's say he come out there. You don't know this guy's history. You don't know if he have anger problems. You don't know anything about him. He come out there and have a moment and kill you, right? Now, not only is your family mourning you, your child don't have a mother, and apparently if you're a single mother, you was all he had. So now your child without a parent, your family mourning, and most, not all, but most people in the black community, or really people in the world, don't have life insurance. So now people trying to find out how to bury you. And let's say he get life in prison or whatever, right? But everybody's life is shook up behind your bad decision because you was lonely and desperate. Right? So I'm making this video in hopes that it reaches the people who are thinking about making this decision, who have friends who making the decision. That's the next thing I want to speak about. Ladies, if you're not making the decision, but you have friends who make these type of decisions, talk them out of it. And if they take it wrong or take it as you hate or whatever, that's not your friend. Any friend that cannot take constructive criticism from another friend, they not your friend. They not your friend. So I'm saying all to say, like I said, I made this video as well as all my videos to not bash nobody, not talk about nobody, but to uplift, to encourage, and to advise you on what decisions to make in life. And and most of these situations I done experienced, whether I done experienced them firsthand or I done seen it happen with somebody else. I've experienced these situations where women, got involved with a dude that, just out of just being desperate and lonely, and this dude raped their son, daughter. I've seen all these situations. I'm not just talking because I just want to say these things. Ladies, and that's why I tell ladies all the time, I understand you a human. I understand women is put here to, men and women are put here to be together, and women want to have that relationship. But I'm going to say this here, and this, whether you like it or not, if you have children and you want to have a dating life, you're going to have to separate the two. You're going to have to either find somebody for those kids to stay with, find somebody for those kids to go around. And if you don't have nobody, you're in the city by yourself, you don't have nobody, well, you just going to have to put yourself on the back burner, bro. Or have your dating time when they're in school. But until you know somebody, 6 months at least to a year. And that's because you got internet now. You can Google people and you can find stuff out about people. Don't get it twisted. But you still can't find stuff about what's living inside of people. The spirits that dwell on inside of people. You don't know. You just don't know. So until you done got to see these people and got to know these people from 6 months at least to a year, they shouldn't be around your kid. They shouldn't. They could. I mean, of course, they should. You should let them know you have kids, but they should not be around your kid. They should not know your kid, and the only time they should see him is on the picture. Because bringing these men in your life just because you desperate and lonely while you have kids, and like I say, even if you don't have kids, listen, wherever city you in, if you can't find nobody in your city that is, equal to you or equally yoked to you, you know what you need to do? I always send people Matthew 6:33, seek ye the kingdom and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. Seek God. Just seek God and his righteousness and live your life. And in the process of doing that, pray. God, send me a husband, send me somebody that's, I want somebody that you sent me. And you might have to have some lonely nights, because God don't always work overnight. Sometimes he do, sometimes he don't. But one thing about God, his will is always the best will. So if you have to wait, if God make you wait for something, it's going to be even better. And it's going to be a man you ain't going to have to, it's going to be a perfect man. And I know they say people don't exist, but I'm saying, and the thing that you look for in a man or the thing that you look for in a woman, if a man watch this video, if you seek God first and his kingdom and his right way, all things going to be added unto you, the car, the house, everything, and that husband or wife, and they going to be according to God will. So you're not going to have to worry about them cheating or messing with you. You don't have to worry about these things if you allow God. And see, that's the next thing a lot of people like to do. They like to put their life together and sprinkle God on it, instead of letting God put their life together and sprinkle them on it. And that's a big mistake. Don't do your way and then holler about God bless it, which is he might still bless it, but let him put it together and it's already blessed. You see what I'm saying? So just take heed to what I'm saying, man, and be careful with that, man. Because I know as a woman, they be lonely sometime, and, women get lonely and desperate, and they just, because like I say, I don't even, this whole, this whole dating online stuff, people in other cities and countries. I mean, if it's somebody like you, if you from, say, for instance, California, and you live in LA and you online dating somebody in San Diego, another city in your state, that's okay. That's kind of, I done done it, so I'm not going to say I never done it. I've done that. But all that out-of-state stuff, it's not that serious. If you can't find nobody in your town, maybe you need to just take a step back and work on you. Because if you can't find no man in your city, that could be a problem. You could be the problem. Not saying you are, but you could be the problem. So stop this getting online, flying dudes, or letting dudes come in your house that you do not even know. Because this can be very detrimental to you, your child, and your entire family. Make better decisions. Make better decisions, young ladies. I thank y'all for taking time to watch this video. God bless y'all. Hit that sub button and hit the bell on the side. Press all to get all my videos. One love.